What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. This time I'm back with a recap of Iyanla Fix My Life. This is the one with Brandi Maxiell, and there is another topic I'll talk about after this. First off, let's get into how did I feel about the episode. It was boring. Like, it wasn't like some of these other ones that have been coming on, that you really get into. This was only interesting me because we have seen Brandi on Basketball Wives. And what's very interesting is what I saw. And what I see when I look at Brandi, I remember the one scene in Basketball Wives where Evelyn and y'all remember Shawnee and Tammy, they all got up from the table and basically Brandi followed them. They didn't want to shoot with her. They didn't want to have nothing to do with her. And so they're all standing outside and she's going up to each one. So you're not going to speak to me. You're not going to speak to me. And when I seen that, I saw somebody with low self-esteem because ain't no way in hell you don't want to be bothered with me, or if I come into a room and you leave, that let me know you ain't fucking with me and I don't need to follow you out. Shit, I know you don't want to be bothered. But the fact that she had her ass on there doing that, it just said a lot. It just said a lot about her. You keep coming around and these women don't even like you. And at that time, Malaysia was setting her ass up. Y'all know they had that codependent ass friendship that I cannot stand. And Shawnee broke that shit up. She was like, look, we ain't gonna have Brandi on this show. That was one thing about Brandi I didn't like, is that shit with her and Malaysia. That shit was annoying. I was here though for her and Shawnee going back and forth. That was good TV. That was good TV. But yeah, you pretty much could compare that to allowing her husband to cheat on her over and over again, because this was her storyline when she was last on the show, his ass cheating. And let me say this really quick, honey. That husband of hers, he fine as hell. Honey, he is fine. Beautiful chocolate man. Handsome. What I did like about him was he seemed open to the process. He was crying. He was getting into it. He was feeling. That's always good when you see a man doing that, because a lot of men like to mask their pain and like to keep everything inside. And he really did open up and go there within the process and realize that he's having sex and he's cheating on his wife all these times to fill this hole in his heart from his father never really being in his life. He didn't have a relationship with his father. The closest thing to a relationship that he saw was his grandmother and grandfather. He was close with them. And then the grandmother ended up getting sick. He watched his granddad break down. And then it's interesting how Iyanla broke down how Brandi had got sick and he stayed, with her through that. And it wasn't just love of why he did that. It was a pattern it was something that he saw his grandfather, do. And he claimed they had like this perfect marriage, but he felt like, and I think that's what made Brandi think that, oh, this man really loves me. I could forgive him for because he had cheated way before they got married. He cheated several times, so I think that because she was going through such a life-threatening experience, it really, impacted how she thought and, how she looked at the situation logically, because you had a near-death experience with ovarian cancer, and it's like, this man is sticking by me, and she even said it, his behavior had changed some, I guess he felt empathy for her, but the behavior still didn't change. Still cheating, and it's a pattern, he cheat and she take him back. And Iyanla kept asking her, well, why won't you leave? And she's, well, I took my vows. Brandi, you are not there because of them damn vows. You are there because you are afraid to start over. I don't think Brandi is a very beautiful woman. I was looking at her. I was like, damn, that damn Brandi done glowed up, huh? She looked even better than what she did on the show. Face looked good, body looked good, hair was on point. Like, Brandi looked really nice. Her and her husband, they a nice looking couple. I give them that. But Brandi suffers from low self-esteem. And she's also afraid to be out of control. Did y'all notice when Iyanla kept putting bandages and shit on her, and once it got to her face, she started looking all uncomfortable, like feeling violated, like, where's this going? Am I the butt of the joke? And Iyanla made a very good point. She said to Brandi, she said that you are wounded and you tend to lash out at people and they don't know you wounded. You think they just picking on you. They don't know that you got all this going on the inside because you try to hide it. You always sweep his stuff under the rug. You know, he cheat and you feel all this pain and hurt and you get right back with him and you've enabled him. And then I also like how Iyanla talked to the parents. And this is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about with these parents that was born in the 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever. Hell, we can go 40s on some of them motherfuckers. Jason's mother is just, oh, well, Iyanla said, well, don't you think he has a hole in his heart because he didn't have a relationship with his dad? He never mentioned his dad. Bitch, just because somebody don't mention somebody, that don't mean... Wouldn't you think logically, like, oh, he doesn't have a relationship, he's going to act out because of that, he's going to feel hurt and pain. And I'm not saying, you guys, like, you got to be the perfect parent, you're going to know everything that's going on with your child. I'm not at all trying to judge her like that, but come on. Let's all be logical. If a child's real father is not in their life, taking care of them, they're going to walk away wounded and not know how to deal with that. And the fact that the mother was lost on that, I was just like, damn, you never like thought about it at least, or, you know. So that bothered me. Brandi, on the other hand, grew up with her real dad, but didn't know he was her real dad until she was 28. And Brandi ended up sharing that the man was abusive and she couldn't trust him because he was beating on her mother. And the mother was still waiting for a whole bunch of time. And Iyanla said she did exactly what she saw you do. Stay with some no good man. You know, and the mother couldn't deny that. You know, so it's patterns and pathologies that we can't escape. And that we, when we see them, we need to break free from them. And it's very hard and it's painful. I went through it in my own life. But I just realized I cannot keep going through this. I'm not going through another lifetime, another generation of the, you know, the patterns and the pathologies of bad behavior and insensitivity towards your child and, you know, acting like emotions don't matter. And, you know, I just didn't want to be that type of parent. I don't ever want to put on my child what I went through with my mom. I got to probably my late 20s. And I think for a while in my 20s, I knew some things were wrong. Because there's no denying it. You could tell when your parent respects you, when they see you as an individual and not just an extension of who they are. There are a lot of parents out there, you know, they just care about you being an extension of who they are. They don't want to see you for who you are and embrace your dreams and your ideas. And, you know, they just live in fear. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear who you really are. It's kind of like it scares them. They just want to see you how they want to see you. And then I've had some people, and it's pissed me the fuck off. Because they've said, oh, well, you know, that's just your mom. And, oh, well, that's just, you know, my mom is the same way. And that's just how it ain't no, that's how, we have to challenge that shit. Are you serious? We got to challenge that motherfucking shit. That shit ain't right. You know, as a parent, you have to care about your child's dreams and who they are, who they want to date. You got to let your child be grown. You know, and I went through, like, not exactly what Brandi went through at all. Like, I didn't grow up seeing my mother get cheated on and all of that. None of that. I grew up with some other things. So I know patterns and pathologies, and we got to speak up, and we got to say, this is uncomfortable. I'm not doing this with my child. So Iyanla had to remind Brandi, like, listen, your child is watching you. And it was interesting. Her stupid ass mammy, Brandi's mother, is, oh, well, you know, she stayed for her son. And Iyanla was like, well, she ain't doing nothing but teaching her son, you know, to stay in a bad situation. You know, she ain't set no example for him. And the mother, oh, well, I don't think he know what's going on. Bitch, are you serious? I'm like, these fucking delusional ass parents. And that lady is not delusional because she's delusional. She's chose to be like that. A lot of these old school parents, they choose to not deal with emotions. These old school parents, all they care about is that 9-to-5 job that pays the bills, and that's it. They don't have no emotions about nothing. They don't, oh, well, where my dad at? I don't know, and he was never no good, and that's that. It's never a breakdown of the story and why you not, you know, telling you the full story. They just tell you what they want you to hear and keep it the fuck moving. And that's why we are not healed. And I love what Iyanla said throughout the episode. She said, a man is who his mother makes him to be. Okay? He's going to do what his father does. But a man is who his mother makes him into, you know. And that's true. And she even said that that's the case with her and her son. They get on Jason's drinking. It's funny that Brandi didn't want to come out and directly admit to that at first. She was like, Iyanla was like, it's either yes or no that he's an alcoholic. Because Brandi's mother is the one that brought that up. Neither one of them brought that up, but Brandi admitted that, you know, Jason drinks a lot, and Jason's mother knows he drinks a lot as well. And so Jason pretty much denied it, and, oh, I don't feel like I got a problem. And, you know, Iyanla pointed out, you're just numbing yourself. You're not dealing with your pain. You're not dealing with your issues. And they pretty much discovered that he's cheating because Iyanla asked him, well, what are you getting from the cheating? You know, is it just sex? Like, what is it? He said he gets free time to be away for 2 to 3 hours. And you know what? Then the story takes a turn. We get off into Brandi. Let's get back to the parents really quick. Brandi then told Jason's mother, I guess she ain't invited to the house. Jason only see the woman once a year. You know, the mother is all in her feelings about that. And it's sad. Brandi's mother wasn't even aware of all this. And it's just sad, you know. And so Iyanla picked up on the fact that Brandi is not just this victim. You know, she manipulates and tries to control situations. Of course, when Iyanla brought this up to Brandi did her usual. Whenever I saw Brandi react on this show, I instantly thought of Basketball Wives and realized this is who Brandi is. Like, she's did that on Basketball Wives. You know what I'm saying? She does try to control and manipulate situations so she does not have to deal with her feelings. Brandi is somebody that likes to get away from how she feels. She don't want to really deal with it. There was even a moment, she kept asking how many women Jason slept with, which was stupid because when your ass found out, you didn't do nothing but get up and walk away. And I guess it was 341. They bleeped it out or something. It's around that amount. A lot of fucking women. You know, it's like, ain't no way in hell. But is she going to stay with him? Of course. She ain't going nowhere. And they keep saying it's for the baby and it's for, you know, I take my vows seriously. And Iyanla like, shit, he didn't. You know, the first time he cheated, it was about him. And every time after that, it was about you. because you never left and you never gave him any consequences for his actions. And I agree with that. Iyanla tried to point out to Brandi that when she tells Jason he can't take their son to see his grandfather, she's letting her know you're controlling the situation when you tell him shit like that. When you tell him his mother can't come by the house and this, that, and the third, and Brandi is just like, no, I don't control and manipulate. She gets defensive, same way she did on Basketball Wives. No, whenever she was confronted about being Malaysia's little lapdog. No, I don't. That's just my friend. No, bitch, you are overly. Because, shit, if you wasn't getting no dick from Jason, we thought you was getting some coochie from Malaysia. Shit, the way you was all up in her business. It's like Brandi does try to control. We saw that with how she would control when Malaysia get into it with somebody and try to be all up in the situation too. And, that didn't work out well for her. And it ain't working out well for her and Jason. She's controlling and manipulative in her relationship with him, and she didn't want to admit to it. Iyanla even admitted if she does not acknowledge this and fix this, their relationship, it can't be healed. And she let Brandi and Jason know that. I thought it was funny at the end. Jason gave Iyanla a hug, but Brandi didn't. That was funny. That motherfucking Brandi, she looked like she holds motherfucking grudges, okay? Iyanla also picked up on the fact that, matter of fact, it was Jason that said, Brandi, remember I told you that you be calling me weak in front of our son, and so it's not just him cheating, it's her energy, her words to him, her actions is manipulating and controlling, and they actually had a scene on Basketball Wives, where I think I remember him coming to their place and she's like, what are you doing here? She's steady cooking for him. Oh, you think you staying here? You ain't staying here. And she was acting all like that. And damn, Brandi, I'm getting flashbacks. So yeah, she's definitely manipulative and controlling. She did all she could to not admit to it. And Iyanla kept saying, you need to say maybe you are unaware of how much you really do it. And that's true with a lot of people. I think a lot of us are unaware of the things we say and do to people and how it really hurts and breaks them down. So that's why we have to be more aware of who we are and why we may say and do things to people. Because her treating him like that, they ain't gonna help him get help with the drinking problem. So when it came to why, she didn't want him taking their son to see the grandfather, Brandi pretty much stated that Jace got really bad drinking problem. He's unaware. He's not in control when he drink. And I could see that because you don't want your child getting into no car accident with no food because he won't put the bottle down. But Iyanla was just like, it's all about your energy, and how you speak to him is based on how he's going to receive it. And that's why he hasn't gotten any help yet, because, of how you act, your energy towards him, it has to change. She recommended that one of them gets out of the house for 90 days to do their work, to, do what they're supposed to do. That way they can become better. Jason said on the end of the episode that, they're both been doing their work and it's been really hard, but it's been a journey and it's been worth it. So hopefully they worked out their situation. I really do hope Jason got something out of this, because that cheating and all of that, Brandi already has low self-esteem, and I just see it getting even lower if she stays with him. So hopefully he stops all that cheating. And if he doesn't, I pray that Brandi gets the strength just to leave him, because she's a beautiful woman. And if Brandi cleans up her attitude, she'll be all right. She got some issues though. And it's going to take some admitting and being aware to fix those issues. Okay, so next little story I want to talk about is Cardi B and Nicki-Minaj. Y'all already heard the story about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj getting into it. Mainly it was Cardi that threw her shoe at Nicki Minaj. And then it's just crazy because they're saying it's all these different stories out, and they're saying allegedly, honey, we gotta put that in there. Ra Ali, y'all know her from Love and Hip Hop. She used to be Tahiri's best friend. She hangs with Nicki-Minaj. Allegedly, she was the one that fought Cardi and gave her the knot on her head. And all I gotta say is this. Cardi, you got a lot of people that's betting on you to lose. I like Cardi B's music. I don't care for her, that character that she play. I don't care for that, acting all ghetto and sleeping with everybody, man, and then mad that motherfuckers sleeping with Offset and shit. You're going to get karma, bitch, when you sleep with other people, men. So you going through that shit now. But when it comes to Nicki Minaj, I do believe that Nicki supposedly liked to comment about Cardi being a bad parent or whatever, and that's what Cardi was tripping off of. Cardi said she had ignored Nicki for so long, and I understand all of that. I'm not going to just write Cardi off as, oh, she just need to get her, you do need to get your shit together, but I've heard too many stories, and I'm more of a fan of Nicki Minaj, her music, than I am Cardi. I think she raps better than Cardi. I think Cardi is talented, though. I do give her that, but I just feel like I do believe what Cardi said about Nicki. That Nicki be telling people don't fuck with her. If you fuck with her, I ain't gonna fuck with you. I ain't gonna do no more music with you. Like, come on. There's something came out with K. Michelle earlier. And then it was some other shit. I don't know if y'all saw the video with K. Michelle. Where she was bringing that up about Nicki. And Nicki has did that with her. And then it was some other people, and I can't fucking name them, but I've just heard the same story, so I have to believe it. I do kind of see that within her character. But at the same time, Cardi, you're gonna have haters. Nicki is threatened by you. She's threatened that you have blew up. It seemed like overnight. You don't feel like it was overnight, but some people look at it like that. They see you as a threat. They want to throw you off your game. They know that you're hood, and you gonna have to calm that shit down. You cannot, you could, I'm not even for the fucking violence, but you should have did that shit if you was gonna do something after the shit is over. Ain't no reason for you to do that at somebody event. Now motherfuckers may not want to work with you. You don't want to ruin the coins. You got this baby. You can't let this shit get to you. People go say whatever the fuck they want to say. Let Nicki do what she do. If motherfuckers are easily manipulated by Nicki, fuck them people. You look like you got a pretty good team around you. But yeah, Cardi needs somebody that can give her some tough love, tell her the truth, tell her to stop popping off. You can't be so responsive to that shit. Stop getting your ass on social media, clapping back, arguing with strippers. It's stupid. You gotta be about your business and your brand. And that's one thing that separates the girls from the women. You'll never see Beyonce in this shit. She could say, get off my dick. She could say any type of trashy ass shit in her song, but Beyonce is a lady first. And that's what I love about Beyonce. It's all about the entertainment. People like Cardi, it's not entertainment. They see it as a way of life. And that's that hood booger shit that I can't fucking get with. So, bitch, I'ma tell you, get your shit together, because you don't want to lose your coins to Nicki. Nicki was taking her pictures and sitting all pretty and calm after the shit went down. And, and I'm not sitting up here saying that Nicki is right. Nicki, you need to get your shit together, too. There can be other women in the industry. You ain't the only bitch out here, Nicki, with talent. Leave Cardi alone. Stop liking pictures and stop, telling people to take her off songs and bullshit. Cardi allegedly is saying that Nicki does shit like that. But it's been other people too. I've seen other stories on this. And where there's some smoke, there's some motherfucking fire. So I believe some of it. And I just feel like Nicki needs to stop doing that. But Cardi, you the one with more to lose. You are the newer artist. You got way too many opportunities. You do not want to blow it over some bullshit. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say on that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can share this video as well, and I will check you guys out later.